So before we begin, might as well show off the last few charge attacks that I wasn't able to show off. First off, we got the Horming Torpedo, which does exactly what it sounds like. It horms in on enemies, and you fire out fish when you charge it up, so that's basically the best weapon. Flamethrower, it's a constant attack, but if you charge it up, that actually travels pretty far, so it can be useful. And lastly, we have Sting Chameleon's weapon, which is kind of like Rolling Shield in that it turns you invincible, so you can just pass through a bunch of enemies. So, you got two weapons that basically do the same damn thing when you charge them. It's kind of lame, but whatever, they ran out of ideas anyway. Alright, so, with that out of the way, let's just travel to the first item we're going to get. So, once you're over here, you'll notice there's a bit of a platform over here, with one of those igloos on it. You still can't destroy it with a charge shot. Also, they act as enemy spawners, but you can destroy them with fire, so that's one igloo down, and the other contains a heart tank. And with that, our health and weapon energy actually match. But regardless, let's move on. So, there's only one thing that I missed in this stage, and if you went to Flame Mammoth stage first, you could actually get the item here, but we're going to skip ahead. You probably remember where this one is, though. So as I believe I mentioned before, there are two ways to get this heart tank. I'm going to do it the easy way and use Boomer Kuwanger's weapon, but you can also charge up the shotgun ice weapon, create a platform, and as it's sliding off, you can jump around and wrap around to the side of that, jump up, and get the heart tank. But regardless, that's it for this stage, so let's move on to the last stage. So there's actually two things we need to get here. So, remember when I said we got all the upgrades? Well, I lied. There is actually one secret upgrade that you can find. It is a bit difficult to do so, though, so after we get the heart tank, I'll explain that one. So, this is how you destroy this thing very easily. Yeah, Flamethrower is very effective against that guy. Also, you may or may not want to fill up your sub-tanks here. I'm not quite sure if it's necessary, but, you know, just for the sake of having them filled, this is actually a good level to do so. You're also going to want to stock up on lives. These bats here are actually a pretty good way of doing so. They have a good tendency of dropping items, and in general, I tend to find they have the best chance of dropping lives overall. They haven't really done so this playthrough, but usually if I just, stay around and do a bit of grinding, I can get some lives, but I don't think that'll be necessary. I'm fairly certain I already have 9 lives. Whoops. So yeah, remember when I said this firewall was effective? Yeah! Just one charge attack and it's gone. And with that, I get easy access to this heart tank up here. And that's the last one in the game. But as I said before, there's an upgrade, which I believe isn't too far from here if I remember correctly. I believe this is the unicycle I need to take. Oh, whoop. Well, if it was, then I kinda missed it. Whoops. Okay, now for real we're doing this. So up here we have nothing. So I guess I'm just going to end my life now. And that's the first death in this playthrough. Now, I actually cut out a few more deaths. Now, what you're going to want to do is either kill yourself or quit the stage 4 times. And after that, something will appear there, provided you have all of the other items in the game collected. All collectibles and upgrades that you can get. Now, some people say you need to have all of your sub-tanks filled up, some say you don't, and I'm not quite sure. I usually have them filled up just in case, and of course you're also going to want lives to spare because, well, you're going to be diving off a cliff multiple times, unless you want to go through the entirety of the level every time. I mean, hey, it's your choice, but this is the easy way. We have one last capsule, and Dr. Light's dressed up all weird, and is my special present the ability to stand on the foreground? Alright, so this isn't going to add to our armor, unfortunately, but we get a special ability that does 32 points of damage to basically everything in the game. 32 is the health that most things have, so it's a one-hit kill. You need to have your life full in order to use it, though, and I believe in order to activate the Hadouken, you need to do a quarter circle back and attack? I'm not good with fighting games, so I'm not up on my terms, but whatever.